On dreary-ass days like this, I like to sit down and ponder about the way things used to be. And I've come to the conclusion that this current generation has missed out on a ton of good shit. Now I'm all for progression and moving on and whatnot, but for someone to tell me that the 90s didn't rock, you're cut. So today we're just gonna discuss why the 90s rocks and why they need to come back. Let's do this. Number 1. The technological boom. In the 90s, everything just started to develop. The internet was created in 1995. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys right now today. So I mean, like, that's a big deal. But could you imagine no Facebook, no Twitter, no Google? Like, that's where it all started. Let's talk about how beepers were the shit. I remember when my mom had her beeper and I just knew that she was the coolest mom ever. It did not matter that other moms had beepers. My mom had a beeper and so that made her cool. Do you guys remember those big old cell phones? Not the little ones that they have today, but I mean like the big jalopy ones that they used to have on Saved by the Bell. Or those Carrot Top commercials for call and collect on AT&T before, you know, Apple and AT&T, you know, revived AT&T's career. And that's also before Carrot Top's terrible plastic surgery. Number 2. 2 words. Bill Clinton. Y'all may hate on this man for his impeachment and whatnot, but Bill Clinton was a bad bitch. It seems so long ago, but this is the one time where the United States was in a surplus. Those of you that are like, huh, that means that we weren't in debt. And I don't know any other president, maybe they're just on the hush-hush, but at least this bitch was bold enough to come out and say, oh yeah, I had a hoe on the side. Nowadays it's the rappers. The rappers are the ones that want to proclaim, oh, I got a hoe on the side and this and this and that. Shit. In my day, the president was the one that had hoes on the sides. In the White House, seriously, I love Obama, but, you know, Bill Clinton was a good president for the Democratic Party, just saying. Number 3, television. So many good shows came out in the 90s. Nickelodeon. Oh my god, I can remember the first day I saw the Rugrats. I remember having those kangaroo scoop things with the icing. Let's not get on food. And all of a sudden, I saw Tommy Pickles flip over and I heard, my life was forever changed. Hey Arnold, the shit. Represent Helga. Doug. Now I'm not talking about Disney's Doug, I'm talking about the old Nickelodeon Doug. Angry Beavers, Legends of the Hidden Temple, and Are You Afraid of the Dark, and Double Dare. I actually got to go and sit through a live taping of Double Dare, and that's probably one of the biggest memories I ever have in my life because it was just so much fun. And can we just not forget about all that? I'm sorry, this so random shit that is on Disney Channel right now, there will never be another All That. For sketch comedy for kids and teens, Dear Ashley was probably the best sketch I've ever had in my life. Oh my god, the peanut butter and jelly one was... Disney Channel was known for the movies. The movies on the Disney Channel nowadays are just a hot fucking mess. There are a few exceptions. I'll admit I was a High School Musical fan. Now the Disney Channel movies in the 90s, Hocus Pocus, Brink, Xenon, Smart House, Halloween Town. I could sit down today and literally watch all of them as if they just came out, they've just premiered. Let's not forget about these other shows. Family Matters, Boy Meets World, Bananas in Pajamas, Gargoyles, everything just was right. Number 4, fashion. The 90s is the only era where there was just so many things going on that I was just like, what the hell, but you had to love it. The whole halter top with the skirts and the pants underneath the skirts kind of came into style for like Christina and Britney. Yeah, fanny packs come back onto the scene, acid wash jeans resurface, oversized t-shirts, and the button downs. My corduroy pants used to be on point in pre-K. Let's not forget that everyone had to have a pair of Jordans because when Space Jam came out and Michael Jordan just surfaced as like the it basketball player of the 90s, everyone had to have a pair of Jordans, including myself. Number 5, music. I have to say I was born in definitely the best era of music. Pop music in specific. So we had the British invasion in the United States with the Spice Girls. No one can ever tell me that there are bigger Spice Girl fans than me because I am the biggest. I used to rent Spice World every weekend. My parents would get so mad at me. Best girl group of all time, hands down. Boy band 5. Now I don't know if you guys remember them, but you remember that song? Backstreet Boys. Ugh. I was in love with AJ and Nick Carter. NSYNC. Justin Timberlake is still my husband, by the way, so if you're watching this, boo, hey. Ace of Base. The Fugees with Lauryn Hill. Oh, Madonna in the 90s. Secret, that whole era of Destiny's Child. Seal, A Kiss from a Rose. Nirvana. Whitney Houston released And I Will Always Love You. Bitch said, fuck Dolly Parton, I'm gonna have the best song of all time. That was before R. Kelly was peeing on people. Freaking No Doubt, Don't Speak. Missy Elliott, The Macarena came out. Britney Spears, gangster rap started to come into the scene. Ricky Martin's old gay ass decided to emerge on the scene looking hot as hell. Will Smith, my ultimate favorite rapper of all time. Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson. We please talk about TLC. Lastly, number 6. Oprah was skinny. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't hate. In conclusion, I know it was short and I had so much to talk about, but the 90s were awesome. I hope I covered a lot of stuff that just, you know, makes you think back onto how good we had it. Although we're getting older and we're starting to mature and get jobs and graduate from college and all that kind of stuff, we still had an amazing childhood. Make sure you subscribe. Add me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter. Show this video to all your friends. That being said, I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I hope I made your day even better. Y'all like my sound effects?